Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. There are 6 things I often do to enhance a basic outfit. Most of my outfits start off looking like this. It's not particularly inspiring, but there are tons of things that we can do to enhance this basic look and transform it from very simple to stylish. I'm focusing today on basic outfits that are more comfort oriented. So I've got quite a few elastic waistbands, I've got some lounge inspired pieces, and then also just wide leg loose trousers. Basically nothing I wouldn't wear on an everyday casual basis. Let me show you how I take these base outfits and use different layering ideas to really elevate them into something stylish. Whether that means layering, literally putting on more clothes and pieces, or whether layering of colors and texture, this is how I take it from simple to stylish, or from something like this to this. This video is all about casual comfy style, and I'm working with Vivaya today to bring you these tips that you can use for your everyday outfits. I'll be styling a few pairs of Vivaya's shoes and sharing a little bit more about them later. The first way to enhance a basic outfit is using proportions. And if you're here watching my video, you probably already know that proportions are important to building an outfit, but sometimes this topic can be overwhelming because there are so many things we can do with proportions. So I want to share with you some of my go-to ways to use this to enhance a basic look. So first up, one of the most basic things you can do is that in your base layer, in your top and bottom, go for one piece that is more fitted and then go for something else that is contrasting. So a little bit more oversized, loose, relaxed. What I'm wearing is extremely everyday, so there is really just a tiny bit of contrast between top and bottom. But obviously you can make this as bold as you like. And then the next way I play with proportions is that I look at an outfit and at the number of pieces I'm wearing. So usually for an outfit, I'm wearing like 5 to 10 pieces, and I like to make sure that a proportion of these pieces is more on the fitted, smaller, daintier side. And then we've also got a good mix of things that are more oversized, loose, and relaxed. When I have a mix of these two in the pieces I'm wearing, usually the outfit just feels interesting proportionally. There are a lot of times where I put on an outfit and the proportions are very classic. So in times like this where I don't really want to change the look, I will often go for an accessory that is more of a contrasting shape. So in this outfit, I've gone for a slightly bigger bag. So if I needed the practicality of a bigger bag, I would definitely opt for it here because it's a nice contrast in shape to the rest of the outfit. I'm kind of obsessed with this outfit. I saw her on Pinterest the other day and the shapes are pretty classic, but she's got on this chunkier shell necklace that I think is such a cool play on shape, but it's also just like the coolest necklace. So when I'm wearing the same proportion in my entire outfit, I actually feel like all of the pieces get lost in each other. Whereas when we play with different proportions, I feel like not only the outfit looks better, but each of the pieces just look better by themselves as well, because there is something to contrast it and really bring it out. Another way to see proportions is more in terms of length. So you may have seen this one around where you basically divide your body into thirds and you have your clothing end either at 1/3 or 2/3. So in this outfit, the jacket is a bit more cropped, and I love that we're kind of playing up with that 1/3 proportion. So with the 2/3, it's creating a little bit more elongation, and it's also cutting me off at the leg, not the hip. It makes the outfit a lot more flattering. Another huge tip that I'm always using in terms of proportion is long and short together. So if I'm wearing something very long, I like to make sure there's something very short in the outfit. This is kind of a non-negotiable for me and something I always stick to, because if everything is long, I find it incredibly overwhelming. If everything is short, I sometimes find it a little bit boring, like crop top, crop shorts. So it's really that mix of shape here in length that will make an outfit interesting. The Mary Janes that you've seen me style are from Vivaya, and I wanted to talk a little bit more about the brands and share with you some of the shoes I have from them. Vivaya is a sustainable footwear brand, and they make a range of stylish shoes, including some very kind of on-trend styles like the Mary Jane. Something cool about them is that each pair of shoes actually comes from 6 plastic bottles taken from the ocean or from city waste. Something I really like about their shoes, having worn them now but also in the past, is that their shoes are always very light. They're very flexible, so you don't have anything very heavy or stiff, and I think having good shoes is definitely a big part of dressing for comfort. Despite being very soft, a lot of their shoes have a decent amount of support, so I also don't feel like I'm wearing one of those very, very thin sole shoes where there's just nothing at the bottom. Having tested a few pairs, my absolute favorite style I've tried from them are their Margot Mary Janes. First thing first, I love that these come with the option of a wide fit. So the black one is in a wide fit and the green one is in the regular regular fit, and I tend to have slightly wider feet, and the wide pair just fits me perfectly. Having the wide option here makes it so handy, and it makes these shoes incredibly comfortable for my foot shape. It comes with an adjustable strap so you can fit it to your foot perfectly, has a good amount of support on the bottom, and it's also, again, very flexible, almost like wearing sneakers. The green pair is a little bit fun for a statement pair of shoes. They also make this in a bright red. And then of course the black is more classic for every day. My other favorite is the Jackie loafer, and what I noticed immediately with this shoe is that it's got additional arch support, making it ultra comfy. And then on the other side, you've got the rubber sole with the nubs, so it prevents it from being too slippy. It's got the adjustable ties, so again, you can kind of adjust the width a little bit according to your foot shape. And then to top it off, this one is machine washable, so if they do get very dirty, you've got an easy care solution. If you'd like to learn more about Vivaya's shoes, do go check out their Instagram for more information. If you'd like to try any of the shoes for yourself, I do have a 12% discount code with them, so I'll put that in the description box down below. Vivaya does have a 30-day return or exchange policy worldwide, so you can be confident when you're ordering from them. The other major way of enhancing an outfit is with color, and I really have a lot to say here because there's just so many things I've learned on how to improve an outfit with color as opposed to just adding color. So I'm starting off my base layer today with this taupey gray top, and let me explain why I've gone for this instead of a black and white look. I often like to refer to this color wheel. This is the Tibi color wheel, and I'm actually just gonna pop a photo like up on the side so it's easier. But basically we've got rings here, and with black, if you wear a lot of it, what you wanna do is to pair it with colors on the ring outside it. So when you pair it with these type of neutrals, it just really looks amazing against the black. Whereas when you start to take those really bright colors and put it against the black, sometimes it feels a little bit harsh. This is where in these outfit examples, you can see what happens when you wear the brights with the black. I feel like while there's nothing wrong, I don't feel like the color is being enhanced by pairing it with black. I also don't feel like the black color has its usual level of chicness in these outfits, and it's doing none of the colors any justice. So instead, what tends to work better is when we take those bright colors and we pair with the wheel inside the brights. So these slightly muted, kind of neutral tone colors that have a bit of gray or brown in them tend to work wonderfully with bright colors. And when I'm looking at my Pinterest with all the outfits I've saved, when I look at the colorful looks, it's always styled in this way. There is something about these dustier, muted colors that I think just really enhances the brights in the best way. So taking all of this inspiration on board, going back to my base outfit, what I want to do is to show you how many colors works with this grayish, purpley color. I wouldn't normally see this color and think versatile, but it actually is very versatile to pair with tons of brighter shades. You can do reds and purples and greens and yellows, and I feel like this color will pretty much work with any of the colors on that outer wheel. This is one of my favorite ways to use color to take an outfit from fairly simple to very stylish by basically always pairing color with the wheel inside it. And an even simpler way to think about it is to use those muted colors with lots of grays and browns in them and pair them with brights because they work wonderfully together. And then with your black pieces, to go one wheel out from that and pair it with some of those neutrals, because I really feel like in that way, black also looks the most chic. Another way to enhance a basic outfit is to think about the fabric of what you're wearing. One of the reasons why a lot of our outfits look so much better with a jacket on is because your jacket is often your traditionally more structured piece. So in our outfits, especially if you live a more casual lifestyle, the tendency is that our clothing is more soft and flowy, not so structured. And then when we put on the jacket, which is a structured piece, we always feel that little bit more chic. It's because now we've got a mix of those softer pieces inside and the structure. For my base outfit, I've got a soft knit top on, I've got some more fluid trousers, and then my shoe is more pointed and actually feels like it's more structured. A cardigan is a really popular layering item. I sometimes find that if they're very lightweight and you're using them to layer, it lacks the structure that I normally expect from my outerwear. So what I love about this one and what I love about, my Betty cardigans is that they have the structure, so when I wear a cardigan, it feels a little bit more put together, especially over the top of these softer pieces. And then of course, structured bag is one of my favorite go-to ways to dress up a softer outfit base. I could definitely opt for a very structured jacket here, like a blazer, or something like this black one, which is made from a thicker wool boucle fabric, and it's a little bit more shaped because it's got that thicker material, it's lined, has some structure through the shoulders, and I love how this looks with the flowy pants. If I was wearing the structured jacket and I needed another piece to go over the top, I would do my Tibi coat because it's very flowy. So the inside, it's very structured, the outside, it's more drapey and flowy. I'm going back to the cardigan now and pairing it with the base look. So everything here is more on the soft side. If I wanted to keep all these clothing pieces on, then I would just use my accessories to do the contrasting. So with cardigans, one of the ways I love them being styled is with a more structured cotton bottom. Whether that is a pair of jeans or whether that is like a cotton trouser, I think this is a way to take the cardigan and give it a bit of structure in an outfit. Otherwise, just pairing the cardigan with a more structured coat, I think looks incredibly chic. Probably the easiest way to enhance a basic outfit is to use texture. Especially if we're starting with a flat base like this one, where it's very smooth on the top, it's very smooth on the bottom. Texture is really what is going to make the biggest difference. I specifically wanted this base outfit to be on the flat side, not to have too much color, so I can really show you what a difference just adding texture can make. First up, one of my favorite textures to use is a mock croc. So I've got on a shoulder bag with this mock croc white texture, and I love that this is just so heavily textured, so it immediately makes a big difference to the outfit. Another piece that is probably the easiest thing we can do is to just add some jewelry, add some chains and metal against the fabric. There is so much contrast there and it will make the outfit so much more chic. I've gone for my chunkier charm bracelet, I've gone for a simple necklace chain, and I love chains against these flat, softer fabrics. In the past, when I thought of texture, I think I was thinking more about fabric. So I would reach for some wool pieces like this coat, but you know what? This coat is not heavily textured. So I find that when I started to wear some heavier textures, it's really what made the biggest difference to my outfits. So with wool fabrics, there is such a range. So the coat I'm wearing is a little bit more on the flatter side, whereas there is a lot of wool that has a lot of textural interest, like a mohair. And then even something knitted, for example, this scarf, it's got a very distinct pattern, which also brings out its texture. I do also want to mention as a side note that your textured pieces don't have to be ultra fancy. With like mock frock, I honestly feel like there's not a huge difference in my opinion between things that are slightly cheaper versus very expensive, because it's got that very kind of coated finish anyway. With things like nylon, it has really good texture, but it doesn't have to be ultra fancy. With a lot of boucle textures, I find that it hides the wear and tear very, very well. So that's another more affordable way to do texture. I really wanted to give some options because I feel like texture is so important and it's a really simple way to elevate basic outfits. Something I did in the base outfit, by the way, is just to opt for a sheer sock. And that is very, very simple. And it's really great because this is on the opposite end. This is a very light texture and it goes really nicely against those heavier things I've been talking about. Sometimes I'm running out the door and I don't really love what I'm wearing, and 9 times out of 10, it's because I don't have on the third piece, or I could benefit from adding on one more piece. This is the rule of 3, and we can kind of think about it in multiple different ways. We can look at it in terms of color. We can look at it in terms of texture. We can look at it in terms of key pieces in an outfit, but I generally find that if an outfit feels boring, if it feels incomplete, it's because I haven't opted for that third item. This one is so flexible and subjective, and often it's just a tool that I like to use to help myself build an outfit from scratch. If I know that I'm working with 3 colors, it makes it so much easier to decide and to put an outfit together. And the same thing goes with textures or with key pieces. If I know there's going to be 3, then the outfit comes together a lot faster. The final tip to enhance a basic outfit is one that I'm often using, and to balance the top and bottom of your outfit. So I think the best way to explain this is that if you're wearing a full circle skirt or an A-line skirt or wide leg trousers that puddle at the bottom, what it does to an outfit is that it puts all the visual weight right at the bottom. If you're average height or shorter, this is usually not ideal because it kind of drags us down and all the attention is at the bottom. And we ideally want the attention to be more centered or even towards the top, because on one hand, it's more elongating, and on the other hand, you just want the interest to be spread out as opposed to be in one spot at the bottom. So taking this base outfit, I am obsessed with this skirt. I love it for the summer. There is a reason I don't go for shapes like this in the winter as much, because I find when I layer a long coat, the weight is too much at the bottom. So if I wanted to wear this in the transitional season and do some layering, I would do a shorter jacket. And I love that this jacket has a hood. It just brings a bit of accent to the top of the outfit. I am pairing it with some necklaces, a shorter shoulder bag, all things that bring the eye upwards and not leave all the weight at the bottom. I also feel like one of the reasons I like this tip is because we are always wearing the outfit. So it's nice to have some of those accents around the face, bring the eye upwards as opposed to everything being very heavy and draped at the bottom. I often use my handbags to rebalance an outfit, whether that means reaching for a shorter shoulder bag or whether that is reaching for a crossbody bag that sits a little bit higher. Another way to look at this tip is with longer pieces of clothing, whether that means long pants, long coats. I'm often pairing these with shorter shoulder bags, shorter crossbodies to bring the attention upwards. I pretty much always, when I'm wearing long clothes, try to tuck in my top to create that definition there, and then also wear shorter necklaces or bigger earrings to bring the eye up. That little red scarf I have is like the best tool here to use color and detail to draw the eye upwards. This tip of balancing the top and bottom is something that seems weird to explain, but it's very impactful. And if you ever feel like your clothes are dragging you down, this is the tip that will make the biggest difference. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. If there is anything that caught your eye from Vivaya, I will have my discount code and the links to the shoes I wore down below. Hope you guys have a lovely week ahead, and I will actually see you midweek for a new video. So bye for now.